So I am thankful it is Friday, for those that don't know.
Same.
Oh my gosh.
You know, last week we talked about this. Last week dragged. This week I blinked and it's Friday.
I feel like this week dragged more.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I was telling producer Butters yesterday that I was working nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when that happens, it's like you blink and it's 5 o'clock. But
Right.
it was barely 2. I was like, I don't understand.
That happened to me yesterday, actually, because I got done pretty early. And so I went home and I made lunch and I stopped at the post office and at the town hall. And then I sat down and I was like, well, maybe I'll take a nap, but it's probably too late in the day. And I looked at it was like 11:30. I was like, what? So then I took like a nap, which was beautiful.
I took a
wish I
nap
could
at
take a
6:30
AM or PM?
p.m.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
That
I didn't
makes
take
for-
a nap.
Yeah, that makes for a long day. The next day, usually. So
No.
you didn't end up sleeping through the night then? What time did you wake up at?
8 something.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
No, I don't. If I go to bed before 10 o'clock, I'm back up again
That's crazy.
and not going to bed for a while.
That's crazy.
Which is what happened.
We love that.
Me too.
We love that for you.
2:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, let's go to bed now.
Okay. So speaking of crazy, speaking of outrageous, there's a lot of people who are doing outrageous things, including a guy in Texas. Now we've seen these like 12-foot, 14-foot tall skeletons that have kind of taken over the world over the past couple of years. And
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life until last weekend. I went down to Cedar City and there was in the hotel lobby, there was one of these gigantic skeletons. I was like, I hate that. I mean, they're just big. Like who sets it up?
There's a house here in the valley. I don't remember where, but it has 6 of those big skeletons just out in the front yard.
Freak, that's expensive. I know that they are like super expensive to be able to purchase. And so I think that's probably the reason why this guy in Texas decided we're stealing this 14-foot skeleton from somebody's house in broad daylight in Texas, of all places. Ballsy. But they shoved the whole thing in the back of an SUV and drove off. Like, could you imagine? It's just like
Look,
sticking
Video
out the
is
back.
kind of funny.
What you do is you act like you own the joint.
That's
and then
right.
you do it.
That's right. So,
I mean, you don't steal
Don't.
things, but I'm just saying.
right. But that's how you get away with
the
it.
least obvious.
It's the confidence of it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, this is my
This
house.
is mine.
I'm
It's
supposed
fine.
to be here. So the owner is offering a $50 reward for its return. I wouldn't return it for $50.
No.
I wouldn't. Like, it's $50. Just go buy another one. Anyway, 4:45 in the afternoon. I can't get over this. So they're offering this $50 reward, but a couple weeks ago there was someone else who got caught on video stealing just the arm of a 12-foot skeleton. Just the arm.
Why?
Just the
unclear.
arm?
Yeah, just the arm.
Maybe they lost their arm to theirs.
Probably.
And they were like, we just need this one arm.
We
Maybe
just
they
need an arm.
thought they could steal one piece at a time.
Ooh, clever.
Possibly.
That's very clever. So unclear if the thief was ever caught, but the bar that it got stolen from does have a replacement arm because they're just laying around everywhere for a 12-foot
So
skeleton.
somebody misplaced the arm then.
They must have. They must have. So a couple who donated pieces from a similar decoration they had was damaged by a storm. So that's how they had the extra arm.
Oh.
Just wild. People out here stealing 14-foot skeletons.
I mean, do what you gotta do. I guess.
Do you
I don't know.
guys do you guys decorate for Halloween? Like if you were to externally decorate like a home or something, is it something that you would do?
Yes.
No.
Okay. See, for me, I feel very much like nah. I don't know. Like I guess sort of for fall decorations and stuff, I would put up like wreaths and stuff on my front porch, but never things like out in my yard.
I don't think I'm so much a fan of decorating for fall as I am for Halloween.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite. I mean, you're talking to the horror movie queen,
Right.
So.
See, and I really like Halloween. I am lazy. So if I decorate for fall, then I can put it up in August and then I don't have to worry about it until after November.
That's fair.
That's how I look at it because I would love to put stuff up for Halloween, but I already know that like maybe put out a couple of other things that go with it. Like, oh, here's this super cute little ghosty poo or something, but then I can put it away.
See, after
After.
2 weeks, I'd want to just take it all down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No.
I like decorating. I think it's super fun.
Yeah, no, I think I go from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas. That's probably the only time of the year that my outside and indoor decorations change.
I have all of the things to be able to decorate at my house, and I want to put stuff up, but my front door is brand new, and so I don't really want to put like a sticky hanger or anything on it because I don't want it to like mess with it, you know? So there's that part of me that's like, I can't do it. I
Just
don't
get
know.
the little hook thing that goes around
Yeah.
the thing.
I know, but then it messes up the weather stripping up in the top.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. Dustin told me I can't do that. So I'll just buy new weather stripping.
What he's saying is he doesn't want decorations up.
Probably.
That's what it sounds like.
So more audacious human beings. San Fran is doing things in the most San Fran type of a way. They have a new public restroom. They want to bring more public restrooms into the vicinity, which is good, I think. $1.7 million for one bathroom. The one toilet in one neighborhood plaza. It will occupy 150 square foot space. Take 3 years to complete for $1.7 million.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to buy a shed and put a toilet in it?
Yeah.
What?
Outhouse. Here's a porta pot. Like
What's that, honey pot?
some, yeah.
Probably rent it for many years with
Yeah.
that much money.
Porta John or whatever it is. They say in the event, they want the $1.7 million to make sure that it's finished in the event that they're hit with, quote, unexpected costs. They might be able to build it for less, though. Is it gold? Like, what are you?
Why?
I want to see.
Why is a bathroom costing
Hold on a second.
that much?
Is it because they have to buy the land?
I don't know. From what? Let me look. Let me look and see. The world's most expensive cities to build in. Construction costs. This includes plumbing, maze of planning, permitting, reviews, public outreach. So, I mean, the permitting and stuff, sure.
Public outcry.
Yeah, public outcry for sure.
So
If it was
I
just
would
the
think-
land, it would be like $1.7 million, period.
well, yeah. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
everything is so expensive.
Yes, everything is.
So I can kind of see how it could be that much, but that's a little excessive.
Yeah. See, so let's talk about, I mean, they have a history of overspending on, quote, seemingly mundane things. So last year they spent nearly $500,000 to develop new trash can prototypes, and they say they weren't happy with the looks of the off-the-shelf cans.
So why was the trash least expensive than the bathroom?
That's a great question. I don't understand. I mean, I know that they have to have all of these public trash cans and they have to be like solid and secure and not stealable, but I don't know. For the whole entire city, that's a great question. So they estimated that the prototype was going to be between $12,000 and $20,000 a piece.
I don't know. I guess if you're gonna build a bathroom, put at least a few
Amenities,
things in.
maybe a couple of toilets,
Yeah,
not just one.
yeah. Since you're doing the infrastructure,
It's audacious of you.
I'm pulling this pipe all the way over for one toilet.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. That's it. It's just crazy. Like,
I just
You bet it.
oh,
How much? 1
7
billion.
million. Just an M,
Million.
not a
Okay.
B. 1.7 billion would be
okay.
like a
I was like,
societal
I don't
outcry.
know why I heard like a billion, and I was like, what?
No, million.
Okay.
But
million,
even
I mean, even that's
Yeah.
outrageous.
better
but
be
it's not
like
as bad.
the best bidet that's ever existed on this planet.
ew.
Well, it better be. I mean, I don't know what else you'd be doing with it. I don't want to know what else you'd be doing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you guys figured out Halloween stuff, costumes, etc.?
Nope.
Kind of.
Okay. I'm kind of working on mine. I picked from the bucket. I got cowboy. I think I'm going to do like a gender bending move on it.
Mine's nurse.
Nice. Good
Do you
stuff.
know how hard it is to find an office appropriate nurse costume?
Correct. Yes. Just put some scrubs on.
Why does it have to
Yeah,
be
I
office
think that-
appropriate?
Because it's gonna be in the office.
It's Halloween.
That's right.
You get away with anything.
We get a new line. You're welcome. I think so.
I might wear scrubs.
That's not a bad idea. So speaking Halloween, speaking a little bit of craziness. I love the outlandish Halloween costumes. I think they are so fun, but I'm never prepared enough to be able to do outlandish costumes. But they say 61% of people, if you have a creative Halloween costume, it's going to lead to more candy.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense.
That's true.
So as an adult where I get no candy, if I have a creative Halloween costume, does that now mean I get candy?
When you go to the store and pay for it.
If you take a child
I have none of those.
trick-or-treating, I said a child. I didn't say your child. I just said a child.
I don't know where I can find one.
Trick-or-treating. And you have an outlandish costume. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, here's one for the mom.
Here's a candy. And I'll be like, thanks, I am that.
Here's a full-size one. Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm going to be because I have that costume here, but then I have like a costume party that I'm going to be going to next Saturday night, I think. So I'm trying to find some kind of creative something. Taylor Swift just dropped her brand new music video for Antihero, and in it she has these ghosts, and they're basically like people with just sheets over their heads, but they're like the old like 70s style sheets with weird patterns and stuff. And then they have these like flower crowns and goggles. So I think I may try and lean into that just for funsies because, you know, it's Halloween and I can be a ghost and sheets are cheap. So
Sheets are sheep.
Well, sheet.
If you could dress up as anything, what would you want to dress up as if you had resources, funds, etc.? Makeup
to
abilities.
Dress up as?
Yeah.
A zombie.
Nice. That's a great representation.
See, I can do the noise.
I'm very proud of you. That was a great noise.
If I had the makeup skills, I would probably do Jack Skellington.
Very clever. That's very clever. I want to break out my makeup again. I used to do a lot of makeup. I haven't recently.
I just don't have the skills. Like, I can do makeup, and I've done a few videos on TikTok, but I don't think my makeup abilities are like on par with like some of those out there.
See, but that's the thing. It's like it's all a journey, and so it's not necessarily like, you know, if you want to do it, I think you could crush at it genuinely. Like it's when I first did my first makeup look, when I was first working here 5.5 years ago. At this point, I had not a ton of makeup skills. Like I kind of started to develop it, and it was like the most outlandish move that I had ever made when it came to makeup. And then I think it kind of like dove into my more love of makeup. I'll have to find the picture and I'll show you. But it was the same kind of thing. It was like I had no idea what I was doing. I went and bought paint, and don't buy paint. Not good for your face. Like acrylic paint. I did it. Too bad.
Yeah.
But
harsh on the
Wait,
face.
why did you do that? What?
because I didn't have the makeup. Because in order to get the makeup, it was like a month out in order to order
isn't
it.
cheap too. So.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. I do know that.
Acrylic paint was like $1.
Yeah.
So I was like, dope. We'll just grab that and paint. Don't do that.
No, it hurts.
I guess you'll have to scrub it off.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like. Great exfoliation. Great. So good. This is beautiful.
I do have to dress up all next week, so I have to come
Nice.
up with a different costume
Okay.
that's office appropriate
Okay.
every week for next week.
Every day for next week.
Uh-huh.
You can do like the Error 404 costume not found shirt one day. Because it's like, you know, when you log onto a website and it says Error 404, page cannot be found. Same
Make sure
kind
you
of
put
thing.
the little dinosaur on there.
That's right. It's like, oh, broken.
I
We don't know what happened.
what.
Good luck. Some of those are really funny. I've seen a couple of like the old start menus that are really funny that turn into like Paint and like Microsoft Paint. And so you click start application and it's like somebody moves the thing out, and then they turn around and there's a paint board on the back of the both of them. It's really funny. Things like that. So let's see, what else? Do you have a concept for what it is that you'd like to do all of the days, or are you still coming up with it?
I'm still coming up with it. I
Yeah.
haven't really. I thought I had more time.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it's the worst. I don't know what happened to this month.
I mean, the challenge is they're supposed to be scary,
Okay.
but also I'm like, I can't really do something too out there because
You're up front. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was thinking the first day I could be like a porcelain doll,
Nice.
like an evil
Mm-hmm.
porcelain
Right,
doll.
of course.
Maybe the next day like a vampire,
Good.
then like a witch.
Good.
And then I don't know for the next 2 days. 3 days. Because
3 days, yeah. Well, you got your one for Halloween itself.
It's nurse.
Yeah.
I have to go out and buy the costume.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Are
I'll see
you
what
gonna
I
do
can
face
come up with.
painting on the doctor one or whatever it is?
The
The
nurse.
nurse. You could be like an undead nurse.
I was thinking of doing like just the bloody
Yeah.
scrubs or something.
You could just be like the Blink 182 nurse. That's one of my favorite costumes of all
I
time.
could.
Mm-hmm. Then you just hold your glove. It's a good one. That one always is really good, especially where Blink 182 is making their comeback and everything. It's very topical, very, very pop culture.
That's true.
We can live for this. And then I've got one more audacious. Oh, people are running. They have audacity. We got another audacious human being. A couple of them, really. 35-year-old man in Pennsylvania. He got charged with public drunkenness and indecent exposure because he stripped naked at a gas station and jumped into the ice freezer. Fresh off of our topic of, do you take cold showers? What is this guy doing?
No clue. Is it from Florida?
No, he was in Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Like, normally it is Florida.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Apparently, just dying of heat.
Yeah. He's like, wow, I'm so sweaty right now. What if I ice chest?
I mean, wouldn't it have been easier just to get into the chest?
Yeah, without taking your clothes off? I would assume so.
Unless you're on drugs and think you're on fire or something.
It's fair. Could have been that. So I guess less judgment.
Oh, no, there's judgment.
There's still judgment. There is still judgment.
High key judgment.
High key judgment. Sorry. And then a couple had a baby, named it Lockie during the pandemic because Lockie stands for lockdown. And they say it's a positive thing. They say the lockdown was good because it was a good time in our lives because it was so relaxing.
Was it?
Why first of all, it's a child named Lockie. You think it's going to be relaxing? No.
No.
It's a
Absolutely
child.
not.
They're not mellow. Sometimes they are, but not usually.
No.
Usually they're psychos.
They're usually mellow until they're like 2 or 3.
Right. And then you get your terrible 2s, and then your
then
terrible
your terrible
3s, and then you turn 28 and you're still in them. It's from personal experience. It's me.
And they turn a teenager and they become rebellious.
Then you're a demon. David Blaine.
They hate you and then they come back.
That's right.
It's a whole cycle.
That is.
It is a whole cycle.
It is. And last one, a couple in Australia bought a new home. Very exciting. And 7 hours after they bought the home, they got an email saying the government was going to take over their entire property and build a highway.
Well, they better be paying it.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know how much. How much you getting paid? But how much would that suck?
That would suck. Like you just spent all this time looking for the perfect home. You
Yep.
finally close on it, and then they're like, "Never mind."
As long as I'm making some money off it, I don't care.
This looks like a brand
It's
new
not like-
house.
It's not like you've made memories in this house yet. You know what I mean?
This house looks
That's true.
like brand spanking new.
Did they like just build it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it looks like they just barely built this quote unquote dream house is what they're saying. They've been
Oh, they built it.
They
didn't
built
buy
it. Yeah. Well, they bought it. They had to buy the house, but they were building it. So they put the initial Well, when you build a house, you buy the house as it's getting built. So they put the initial deposit down to buy the house last March of last year. So they've been building it for 11 months of building delays. They finally got the home finished up, and then 7 hours after they got the keys because the home was finished, they then got an email from the government's Department of Transportation saying, yep, future land requirement. So we're taking it all.
Well, sucks to suck.
Doesn't that suck?
That's the worst.
Ah, yeah,
I mean,
have.
as long as they'd be paying me a bunch of money, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Guess we'll find a different spot.
I'm trying to see how much money they're going to end up paying. I don't know. It doesn't say. The projects are quote in very early planning stages.
So they get at least live in the house for a minute.
Yeah, at least 2 years, it says.
Oh, well.
So not fun, but,
Nope,
At
2
least
years
they
to
get
build
2
another
years
one.
to
Go build
find
another one.
somewhere else and
That's
build
right.
it. Make sure it's not in a
An
highway.
Potential
easement.
highway zone.
Yeah.
What is it called? There's a word for it. There's like a plate, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an easement.
Yeah.
Easement property.
Well, I remember like when they were expanding the road that's down here, 10th West.
Uh-huh.
I went to a party, and I was like, why are they doing? Like, it didn't occur to me like what was going on, but
Mhm.
I was like, why are they like doing this in this house? Like, this is it's not an old house, but it was like probably like 10, maybe 15 years old. You know,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, why are they doing this in a nice house? Like, just people like spilling stuff all over the place. They've got like speakers all over everything and bunch of people inside. And then I realized they government had bought the house so
Yep.
they could tear it down and put the highway in, or the highway in.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
And it didn't. I don't know why it didn't occur to me until like way later. And I was like,
Oh,
the house that I partied
makes
in
sense.
no longer exists.
it doesn't exist because now they needed
It's a
to
road.
drive. I love that. Do we have any final audacious stories that we've seen this week? Ridiculousness. The weather's supposed to be awful. Cold
how
snow.
are we going from like 70-degree weather to snow?
We gotta.
Welcome to Utah.
Yeah.
It always snows at least once before,
Before Halloween. Yep.
Well, yeah, last year it was way earlier.
Yeah, it was like a week ago,
Yeah.
a year ago. But yeah, obviously weather's going to be ridiculous. Suck down some emergency, drink all of the soup this weekend because
I guess R.I.P. shorts.
RIP shorts
RIP
for shortsies because next week is supposed to be like mid 40s.
So it's gonna be fun because I don't think I've wore shorts since, I don't think I wore pants since I want to say like 4th of July ish.
Probably, yeah.
So it's gonna be fun to see if I can fit into my pants.
Relatable. This is the most relatable thing that has been said all day long.
I have to dust off my leggings.
And I'm probably gonna wait till Monday morning when I need to come to work to figure that out.
And then you're going to hate everything.
And then be like, well, sorry, I can't find pants. Not coming to work today.
Just wear shorts and then freeze. Hypothermia.
Watch. Monday's
I'll let you borrow a pair of
I know
leggings.
Monday's probably going to be cold, but it's probably not going to be wet, right? Like there's
Not from what I can see, no. Unless like the storm changes and delays
Yeah, it's just gonna be cloudy all next week.
And
from what I
sad.
can see.
and dreary, which is perfect because I'm going to stream Taylor Swift's new album.
Also, I think
nonstop
I'm
and
gonna
cry.
have like over 20 people in my house for Thanksgiving, maybe.
Nice. That sounds like a
Wow.
great time. That does
That's a
sound
lot of people.
audacious also.
Well, my parents are thinking about staying, which means my siblings are gonna come visit with all their
Perfect.
families.
Have they been here before?
A few of them, not all of them. Well, actually,
Fun.
one of my siblings has been here.
Well, welcome to Utah then.
That's too many people.
That is too many people. I've already been asked to go to 2 Thanksgivings, and I didn't tell Dustin that we were going to the one, and then somebody else called him and asked, and Dustin was like, yeah, we'll be there. I was like, no, we can't.
I'm not going to any.
So I'm going
anymore.
I'm going to
I'm done
2.
with it. I'll do my own.
There you go.
Call it good.
That's a great idea.
I get all the leftovers.
Yep.
Have sandwiches for days.
Sandwiches for days. So much deliciousness. Sweet. All right. Well, happy Friday. And
Happy
this has
Friday.
been the